Hello, I'm Max Evans,
And I'm ROARK.
and this is our Theater 100 final project, The Haunted Howl. We're starting off with our steps. We are collaborating and are writing a one-scene script. We are working on a college life scene. We'll step 2, immediate visceral response. For mine, if this character was a taste, spicy sweet like a mango or cinnamon candy, smell, rain on a pavement mixed with a hint of cologne, color, charcoal black with neon green accents and flashes of crimson. The texture, soft fur layered over structured fabric. My pitch, mid to low range with a slight rasp. Musical instrument, electric guitar, distorted but precise. Weather event, a nighttime thunderstorm. Pattern, played mixed with subtle tech wear striping, order and rebellion. Entertainment event, a live underground concert or esports final. Food item, loaded street tacos, bold, layered, and messy. Holiday, Halloween. Illness, metaphorically, adrenaline rush or a burnout cycle. Landscape would be an urban rooftop at night. Vehicle, custom street bike or matted black Turner car. Beverage, energy drink, personal favorite, NOS. Sport, parkour or street skating. Board game is chess. Fits pretty well. Item of clothing, of course, is a zip-up hoodie. Vegetable or fruit, dragon fruit, visible, striking, slightly unexpected. Recurrent images and metaphors, neon lights cutting through the darkness. Headphones in, world out. Standing on the edge. Controlled storms, pack versus lone wolf tension, motion versus stillness, theatrical and interpretive prompts. This play is like a late night city journey where every street corner reveals a new part of a character, part of coming of age, part identity struggle, and part quiet rebellion. The experience of watching the story is like walking through a neon lit city with music in your ears, moments of isolation, bursts of connection, and an underlying feeling that something bigger is just about to happen.
These are my steps for ROARK's step 2, immediate zero response. Okay. I had written out a director's vision response, so okay. Okay. Here are the following. The taste. My taste, a mix of cherries and black licorice. Smell, blueberry. Color, yellow, blue, and black. Texture, furry and smooth. Pitch can be loud. Musical instrument, bass guitar. Weather event is sunny. Pattern is straight lines with zigzag lines. Entertainment event is haunted theme. Food item, burgers and pizza. Holiday, 4th of July. Illness, OCD. Landscape, city with rolling hills. Vehicle, car. Beverage, wine cooler, wine, water, or a Coke Zero. Sport, baseball or soccer. Board games, checkers, Candyland. Item of clothing, shoes, cowboy boots, jeans, shorts, t-shirts. Vegetable fruit, cauliflower and tomatoes. This play is like mysterious and haunting. The experience of watching this story is like scary and will give you goosebumps. And here is the picture to describe the scenery.
Our step 3 analysis. We will go back and forth. The title of the play and the playwright. The title is Haunted Howl. Playwright is Max and Ray. Given circumstances, time. The play appears to be written in the present day based on its modern dialogue and college setting. The play set is the present day around dusk, shortly after classes end. How much time work in this play? Time is linear and continuous. The events unfold in a real time over a short span. Given circumstances, place. A college campus courtyard and the wooded area behind an abandoned dorm. Characteristics about the place and clear in the script. A normal, lively campus environment transitions into a quiet, eerie forest. The woods act as a boundary between safety and the unknown. How the geography affects the story on these characters. The shift from the open courtyard to enclosed woods reflects the characters' movement from comfort into fear.
Step 3. Okay. Given circumstances, social, what political, economic, religious influences affect the action of the story or the characters? There are no explicit political or economic influences. What family, friend, social group structures affect these characters or this story? The main group is a tight-knit friend group: Max, KOWA, DAXTER, and STARWOLF. Character: who is the protagonist of this play? In other words, which character has the greatest journey? What is that journey? There really is not a clear protagonist in this short play scene. Character analysis: 2 characters describing your 4 levels of character. Remember, these are Max, biological, young college student, physically reactive, social, part of a friend group, somewhat dependent on others for support, psychological, wants safety and understanding, struggles with fear of the unknown. Moral, not willing to confront danger. He prioritizes survival over bravery. KOWA, biological, strong, confident, college-age character. Social, acts of a leader, authority figure within the group. Psychological, he wants control and safety for the group, try to stay composed. Moral, he's willing to act decisively, prioritizing group survival.
What is the main dramatic question of this play? Will the group survive and understand the supernatural force they have encountered? The 1-paragraph summary of the plot. The play begins in a normal campus setting where 4 friends leave class and joke about their day. Their routine is disrupted when they hear a terrifying, unnatural howl coming from the woods near an abandoned dorm. Despite the hesitation, they investigate and encounter a ghostly wolf figure that instills intense fear. The entity vanishes suddenly, leaving the group shaken and questioning reality. The play ends with lingering unease as another distant howl suggests the danger is certainly not over. The final stasis differs from the initial one in that the character moves from a carefree, normal state into a fearful awareness of the supernatural. The themes, ideas, and big questions that run through the story: fear of the unknown and reality versus the supernatural. Why do this play here and now? What is relevant about it? This play is relevant because it reflects modern anxieties, fear of what we cannot explain, and how quickly normal life can be disrupted. It also connects to current interest in horror, supernatural storytelling, and psychological tension, especially among younger audiences.
What practical considerations are included in the script specific to your discipline? Must transition from a lively campus courtyard to a dark wooded area. Lighting is crucial. Trees or minimal set pieces can suggest the forest. Sound design, the ghost wolf's howl is critical and must be powerful, layered, and immersive. Ambient sounds help build tension. Lighting, gradual dimming to simulate dusk. Sudden shifts for supernatural moments. Spotlight or shadow effects for the ghost wolf. Costuming, characters should reflect college students. Ghost wolf may require special effects. And the special effects, the ghost wolf's disappearance needs to be convincing. The blocking, group movement into the woods must feel natural but tense. Max collapsing requires coordination and support from other actors.
Step 4, Director's Vision. This costume design concept centers on the theme of identity, control, and self-acceptance within chosen family structures. Each character's visual design reflects their place within a social hierarchy while also revealing internal struggles and growth. Through deliberate use of color, line, texture, and material, the costumes communicate both outward roles and deeper emotional narratives, reinforcing the play's themes through spectacle. So KOWA. KOWA is designed with sharp lines, structured silhouettes, and a dominant palette of black and neon green. The angular of his clothing, chains, layered straps, and bold graphic elements suggest control, authority, and discipline. The high contrast green symbolizes power and intensity, while the heavy materials, such as the leather and metal accents, reinforce his grounded, immovable presence. Max. Max contrasts with this with softer lines, more casual fabrics, and a collegiate aesthetic. Hoodies, denim. His color palette leans into warmer, more approachable tones with subtle accents reflecting vulnerability and relatability. The loose fit and layered textures symbolize his ongoing search for identity and comfort.
DAXTER. DAXTER serves as a bridge between KOWA and Max. His design incorporates both structure and flexibility, fitting clothing with functional elements. The color palette balances darker tones with controlled highlights suggesting stability. His textures are practical rather than expressive, reinforcing his role as a mediator. STARWOLF. STARWOLF introduces a more stylized, expressive design. Smooth lines, simplified forms, and vibrant color gradients emphasize individuality and emotional openness. Softer textures and minimal layering suggest authenticity and lack of pretense. Physically approachable, socially independent, psychologically confident, and morally expressive.
GHOSTWOLF. GHOSTWOLF is an eerie, supernatural entity that haunts the wooded edge of campus, particularly near the abandoned dorms. First revealed through a chilling, bone-rattling howl, its presence is less seen than felt. a heavy, suffocating force that distorts the atmosphere and unsettles anyone nearby. When it does appear, it manifests as a shadowy, unnatural wolf figure, flickering with an almost glitch-like distortion before vanishing completely. GHOSTWOLF embodies fear in the unknown, an omen-like figure tied to the forest's darker history.
Okay. Ray, step 4 director's vision. The Hollow Howl is a paranormal college thriller that analyzes terror, curiosity, and the frail borderline among reality and the enigmatic. Based in a known college atmosphere, the play follows 4 wolf furries: Max, DAXTER, KOWA, and STARWOLF, whose ordinary class routine is interrupted by a spine-tingling, bone-chilling, unearthly howl echoing from the woods behind an abandoned dormitory. What starts as a casual conversation quickly spirals into a troubling adventure as the group is pulled into something they can't describe or completely comprehend. Essentially, the play is motivated by character. Each of the 4 furries symbolizes a diverse reaction to fear and doubt. Max shields discomfort with sarcasm and humor while trying to downplay the situation even as it escalates. Daxter depends on logic and denial, fighting to embrace all things that challenge his knowledge of reality. KOA attempts to sustain control through reason, acting as a balancing force within the group. In contrast, StarWolf is spontaneously drawn toward the unknown, as he is guided more by intuition than fear. These different outlooks create a layered, sentimental, or emotional dynamic that permits the audience to view themselves mirrored in each character. The principal inquiry of the play is what occurs when thirst vetoes fear in the presence of something among human understanding. As the 4 tight-knit friends explore deeper into the woods and encounter the ghostly wolf, they are forced to encounter not only the supernatural apparition, but also their own instincts, weaknesses, and limitations. The wolf itself functions as both a literal and symbolic figure and manifestation of the unknown, of forces that exist outside of human control. The hollow howl, thematically surveys the tension between disbelief and belief. The mirage of safety in accustomed settings and the psychological effects of confronting something baffling. In return, it reflects a modern day anxiety that is experienced by many young adults. The feeling that stability is vital and that the world can reposition unexpectedly at any given point. The collective experience of every fear among the characters spotlights how everyone can process trauma differently from one another while also highlighting the importance of connection during moments of crisis. In a production stance, the play relies on atmosphere and sensory immersion. Sound design is vital, with the haunting howl acting as a constant pattern that's shaking the characters and audience. Lighting shifts will alter the stage from warm campus setting into a cold, distorted woodland nightmare, visually bolstering the change from normalcy to unease. Physical movement and staggering will emphasize tension, using calmness and sudden motion to heighten the sense of dread. Theater should choose to produce the hollow howl because it offers an interesting combination of contemporary campus life, queer and furry identity, and psychological horror. It supplies audiences with a hook and an immersive experience that is both thoughtful and entertaining. By combining relatable characters with an eerie narrative, the play welcomes viewers to confront their own relationship with fear and the unknown, leaving them with a lingering sense of unease long after the final howl fades into the distance.
The Howl. Time, present day, around dusk. In a campus York courtyard, laughing and chatting spilled out into the open air on the campus courtyard as the classroom door swung and shut. They just walked along in groups while flinging backpacks over their shoulders, voices dissipating in the afternoon. Among there were FELIX, KOWA, Max, and STARWOLF. Four wolves moving together in a perfect rhythm, their tails swaying freely behind them. Max groans, stretches his arm overhead. Oh my God. That damn lecture was insanely long. Absolutely dragged out.
Shit. I swear to the gods I didn't think it was ever going to end.
You guys say that every time. Maybe you should pay more attention next time.
Or at least pretend to. Professor Allen looked ready to scold you guys.
Wolf walked over slightly ahead with his eyes scanning the tree line that bordered the campus. Something about the air and the environment felt completely different. The breeze sat still, and even the usual birds seemed to have flown away.
Oh my God.
What?
An eerie, dark, unearthly chill, long and drawn out. A howl filled all four of the fur's ears. This howl was so spooky that it sliced through the courtyard like a double-edged sword. I pitched it first, then dropping into a deep, haunting echo that seemed to completely ramble their bones and make their fur stand on edge. It wasn't just heard, it was felt with a vengeful presence. Ears flattened. Okay, that was totally unnerving.
That didn't sound like any wolf I've ever heard.
Swallows glancing around.
That came from the woods behind the old abandoned dorm.
The four furs began moving around toward the wooded area. Guys, maybe we should do this. Shape emerged between the trees, standing there watching.
What the actual fuck?
That's not real. That can't be real.
Bill tilts its head so slightly, takes a step forward.
We need to fucking go. Now!
Our right there.
Locks his eyes on GHOSTWOLF. I know.
Another howl erupted and came out fiercely.
Howl.
Ah! I do have a few ideas for how it's like that.
Make it stop!
Lunge forward and vanish.
The forest snapped back to normal. The pressure lifted tremendously, and the birds happily chirping as if nothing had happened. The four of them stood there in shock, breathing hard, staring at the empty space where it had been.
Please, tell me I wasn't the only one that saw that.
Yeah.
Still visibly shaking, trying to stand up. Can't. The other three have to help Max up. I'm never making fun of ghost stories ever again.
Gazes up at the trees and stands quiet. It was focused directly on us.
The chilling breeze rustled through the trees above, while somewhere deeper in the woods, an eerie, faint, distant howl echoed.
I still can't.
Set. This set is pictures from VR chat of a college campus and the forest, where we originally had planned to do this. So we go to the campus courtyard from the college campus there. And this picture is where the ghost wolf would stand, just outside of the college campus gate, where they would have saw ghost wolf come out from the trees, and the forest path along. You can check out the video from the act at this YouTube link of Haunted Howl.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and hit that bell. Please support small content creators like us.